over. How you guys doing? Hello, motherfuckers. Y'all gonna answer? How y'all doing? Shit. Not bad. I'm doing alright. Recovering from a weekend of hangovers. Yeah, it was my brother's bachelor party that I played for him. Yeah. I was playing with some friends on PC. Shit, you wanna see my comp win rate? It's probably not that great. Not gonna lie. Actually, yeah, you guys wanna see consoles top 500? Well, which role? Depends on what role you want. Support? Let's do support. For shits and giggles. Okay. This is the bottom of top 500 for support. Yeah, for real, dude. Yeah. DPS is 39. Tank is 3,900. I kind of want to... I can only do console or PlayStation. Or either console or just PlayStation. Yeah, you want to see just PlayStation. Shit. Or not. You know, that's cool too. Has it not been released? The fuck? Hmm? I guess they just switched it over to console. I don't know. Yep. What's the bottom for it? Oh. 3456. Oh shit, so I must be top 500 right now. 34, 56. Have I not played enough games? When did season just start? Oh, this is not even mine. Huh, rip. Uh, yeah, I was about to say, I've played enough DPS games. I may not have played enough tank or support, though. Played 20 games on tank, yeah. Support. Yeah, I got 7 more for support and 5 more for tank. Alright, well, we're just waiting for everyone to get in here. Once that happens, then we'll start her up. Get some pings. Oops. Oh shit, did he really? Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh, fuck, they might be. Look at this man. Not even on the team a fucking week and already knows schedules better than I do. Rip. Just for players is what I'm saying, not for anything in particular, not team-wise. Okay. They usually aren't. We usually do scrims. But like I said, I was drunk, high, or hungover all weekend, so I have not looked for a scrim or asked him. Okay. Bitch, that's not even next week. That's in 2 weeks. No, that's... Okay, well, Sunday, yes, if you're counting as this week. Okay. Then, okay. Got it. It says Providence and not states. Michigan. True. Yep. Yep, okay, Brazel is gone. Okay, so it's just gonna be the three of us, I guess. Rose is gonna be watching this either now or later. You're fine. Alright, we're gonna start it up here. The Okay, so this is gonna be Scrim from Tuesday instead of Thursday. I will advise probably better to listen through the stream instead of on Discord. So if you want to meet me on Discord until you're ready to talk, then we can talk afterwards. But for the most part, anything I'm going to be saying that you hear in Discord will be delayed on the stream. Alright. I really wish they brought back that feature. Oops. Alright, fuck it, let's go from this. Okay, so obviously the strength of our comp is that we have our high mobility and long lasting in terms of in the fight. Could somebody either mute yourself or something, because I can hear myself and I hate it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so high mobility and the fact that we can outlast the fight. This is basically dive goats, except, you know, not another tank and support. So I do like how fast we're playing this. We take the initiative, we go forward, wait for CDs to come back online, and we push through. Target fires a little bit all over the place. We need to be focusing Monkey since he's hacked. Tyrell, you're a little bit off on your own. Okay, eventually we get everyone together again. Run them over. But that still stands to say that when, like as I said, this is a GOATS-esque comp, so when we are going on someone, we need to be moving as a unit and going on the same person. Our focus had split there, so if that's the case, then whoever splits off from that, if that is a better target than what we're focusing down, you need to just start screaming it. Eventually, hopefully, at least with these next few scrims, we'll start to echo call, and everyone, you know, eventually turns towards the person you're doing focusing. That is some position. Okay, we get the staggers, we got the cap. Okay, so for this next engagement, how we should be playing this, at least in terms of ults and planning for this fight, is we need to wait for Ko to get online. Once Ko gets online, we need to run somebody down. Best person to probably run down in this is either a hack target that at the time our Sombra got, or we run down their Ana or Lucio. You know, so one of the two, either hack target or backline supports. Okay, I do like cage control. That's too deep and too slow for follow-up. Okay, no, we're actually over here. Never mind. No, they swapped somewhere. Okay, I see that. We trade our Sombra for their monkey. We're gonna have a lot more pressure on them. Just see where everyone's at. See, they used to have a thing where I could press an overlay to see where everyone is, but I, one, don't know how to find that, or two, it's not even on here anymore, I don't know. You get the pick.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Okay, again, target fires all over the place. Switch back over to Lucio. I do not think... I want to rewind this a little bit. I don't think Primal was really needed here. We could have gotten away with just using Co that fight and been looking great for the next fight.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Moira.
Definitely did not need Primal here. We could have lived without it. Done right? Yeah, no. With one of the sports and now the dupe, they only have one tank up here. DPS are, you know, coming back, but that's not, or well, at least one of the DPS are coming back. We didn't need to use Primal here to win this fight.
Girl, to my hold.
Good juggle, by the way, onto the monkey to push back into our team. You went out way too far here when we needed to, like, that's one of the great things about this comp is that the fact that we have high mobility, but we also have a Lucio to speed in, right? So we've talked about this in the past, but one of the things that a great team will punish is if everyone is using their mobility cooldowns to go in instead of using their speed to go in, right? So how that's punished is that if we have our Moira is going to get punished by using her Fade to go in, right? One, I mean, yes, it is great mobility and everything like that, but once it's gone, the Moira is very susceptible. So we need to be using our speed to go in instead of using our mobility cooldowns to get in. So instead of jumping over here, should have just everyone just walk forward, push through. Okay, we use our mobility cooldowns to try and get out if need be. You know, that's our kiting tool. If we can do it and survive, then we use it to go in on a kill, that kind of thing. But not going in this deep. If the stream goes out, let me know. Kind of got that McDonald's internet. I like that we're pressuring point over here. Jose, I think you're a little too deep, so you get out. Tyrell, you go in way too deep, too fast. Brazel has to save you with beat for it.
Apagando las luces.
Okay, we initiate with EMP. We should be trying to Co right after this so we can push forward. I don't agree with using the beat. I prefer if we use Co instead. Engage on that. One of the combos that we really shouldn't try to ever do, especially against a dive comp, is EMP bomb. It's just not worth it. And for now, bomb is more used just to get remag basically. EMP bombs is just, it's a lot harder to get set up and actually confirm value with compared to using them at separate times. I think that's the point. Yes, that's the point.
Ready. Ready for battle.
Oh, okay, we missed that. I'll back that up.
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, start with TP out. Rotation. through. They don't have a Sombra, but we still need to be rushing for this health pack every time. This is open area compared to where they're playing. We're more have more of an advantage playing out in the open like this compared to playing in there. So still make this rotation every time, regardless if they have a Sombra or not. Okay, we need to be okay. This is what I mean by, at times we play too slow, but sometimes we just throw caution to the wind and do something like this and just yeet ourselves in there. We need to actually stage a dive here. Because one, this is also forcing something bad out of our comp, which is using our CDs to engage instead of using it to disengage, right? So instead of jumping, they're not going anywhere from right there. If they are, they're just going to drop on the point. All we have to do, speed forward, don't even have to amp yet, and then we can jump on them, right? Or at least get close enough to start poking them out. But at this time, we have our Tracer over here, and our Sombra over here, who might not even have Invis unlocked, off cooldown yet. And our Sombra still needs to get in position. And our supports are all playing all the way over here, when instead we could have just rotated through to right here and then go on them, instead of just yeeting like this. We need to start staging our dives a lot more than we're doing, and because yes, it is a very straightforward thing, is how you play dive. Oh, 6 people all go on one target, or so many people go on one target, they jump in, right? That's true, but there's a lot more. There should be a lot more setup to this that's going to make this more easier for us to win the fight out. All we have to do right here is surround them. Good. I like the positioning you take up there.
The objective is now
On the Rhine here. We're getting split. I don't know why we didn't go for the Doom. Good.
Now show them. Routing power to forward shield.
I do like this though. We are conceding point to them, towing on every once in a while, waiting for our respawns to get back. That's the power of this comp, is that we are faster than they are. Especially since we were down, I think 2 or 3 people, which we should be able to win the fight from this. You know, we're contesting point, but we're not trading our lives for it either, which gives us enough time to build up Co. And now we push forward. Instead of dealing with things that are in front, Tyrell and I think it was Brazel and Rose, we need to be focusing on what's on point so we can burn it down and move on to the next person. Okay, I don't know why you're leaping up like that, especially since you're already low on HP. We can't be doing, again, we're just throwing away cooldowns left and right for no use. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Good stick, we should be pushing forward with that. See, if you didn't use your leap there, or, he's using boosters now, but if you didn't use your leap there, we could have engaged on the Rhine and killed him a lot faster than this. Or actually be able to kill him, period. Weird bomb. Need to recontrol Mega again.
Scary.
So we played the very first fight pretty well, like I said. You know, we take control of our health pack. We're in the area that excels for dive. Once we lose a couple people and things kind of get chaotic, we do separate from point, poking in, trying to find picks, while also contesting at the same time, waiting for our respawns to get back. Once they're back, we're faster, we go in, we kill stuff. Simple as that. It was really good. But the first staging of the dive is not what I liked. We need to make sure that CDs are back available so that we can actually go through or something. Okay, we're going for an EMP setup here. We don't really have any follow-up big noteworthy things that we should be making sure is said is that when we EMP, we need to try and catch both of the supports, even if that's an EMP on only the supports. Or we gotta play it fast enough that we're burning someone down instantly.
Apagando las luces.
I'm not a big fan of this EMP because, again, staging-wise, all of our team is back here. We EMP over here. That's not going to do us any good. But we do manage to hit both the supports. Hopefully we can convert something out of this. Fuck up on the jump. Pick. Brazil, you should have dropped off of the stand and then beat back onto it. It's going to be faster. But it was a good beat from us, especially since they won't have EMP this quickly. Unlucky with the hack. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I watched that. You had time to get out of that. Here. A good play on them. But all we need to do now is just contest on point. That's about it. What's up?
Beacon in place.
Say that again. The stream is, or you? Okay, if you need to, you can always just watch this later, it's fine. Probably gonna run through 3 maps and then call it. But if your Wi-Fi is kind of fucking up, then that's fine.
That's not right.
Okay. Big problem that we had. Actually, we have all. Yeah, I still say that this is a big issue here. We have 3 people touching point now when we're not at a full, or at the time we weren't at a full 6. We don't need 3 people touching this point. If in order to actually control this for, try and get 100% to 0, we need to just tow onto the point and get out. And we're calling that every time when we're touching, somebody else is ready to make the leap in, right? So Rosé's first, okay? Rosé's out, Tyrell's in. Tyrell's out, Kaori's in, Rosé's in, etc. Keep calling that, making sure that we're going through that, not just yeeting ourselves on the point like Brazel did, and then the rest of us going with him, right? Because this is just going to make it easier for them to burn one target down, move on to the next, and cap the point as fast as they can, compared to towing on and off to get that higher percentage is going to be better for us.
Apagando las luces.
They burn EMP, we get enough out of that, trading Co for EMP, that's a good trade. We don't need to be contesting here, this is just defeat at this point. Hopefully you get out. Okay, coming into this next fight, again, we do have EMP. If we are... How we should play this, or at least I would think a good play, would be to use Pulse before we use EMP to try and get their... because let's say Brazel calls Shatter, Amp, and Beat will be mid-fight, right? If we use Pulse first, or let's say we're not sure about their Lucio Beat, right? If we use Pulse first, get out our Lamp. After that, we'll be able to have... We just need to focus on EMPing one person so that we actually get value instead of both, right? So using Pulse first and then EMPing after. Or Bomb first and then EMP after. I don't know how he didn't get spotted.
Wait for it.
Good, see? Perfect. That's how it should have gone. Again, wish we caught the Lucio, but that's fine. We used it to cancel out the Matrix. And good follow. Yep. And weird. Very nice. Didn't need primal there either. I think we could have saved it for a recontest. We want to make sure we're not using too many ults in that kind of fight. Especially since we have the ult advantage that we can come back with. You know, want to try to separate it all out, not blowing everything all at once. Be more mindful of that, at least. Excuse me. Okay. Or, you know, don't load, that's cool. Okay, any questions while I'm trying to load this back through from the three of you? Two of you? If Jose's not watching.
Now arriving at Elix.
Tyrell, EVX, either of you? Either one of you. Okay, there we go. See, this is where PCs come in handy, where you just right to the end. Yeah, fuck this. We're not gonna finish this map. We'll watch it. Just go to a different map. I don't want to have to skip through all this. Wow, we're really lagging today. What map? Let's do Volskaya.
Traveling to Volskaya Industries. Defend objective A.
Okay, talking about, first I'm going to talk about the map, just to have the best success at winning a fight. So, the three areas are where we're at now, so this high ground right here, over here, and right here. If we have control over this, we're constantly looking down on them and pushing them out. We have enough space where we can just back up if we're getting pressured, and we can basically you're just surrounding them at that point, right? So those three are the important high grounds of this map. Now, when it comes to composition wise, how I want this to be played is more of a 3-3 split, or I guess not necessarily 3-3, but more 3-2 split, 3-2-1. Or no, that's not right. 2-2. No, it's good. More of a 2-2-2 split. So basically, Echo Mercy is fucking around doing whatever they can, you know, poking out. I love it when I see Diva mechs like that. Rose would be with either the main tank or the Sig, and then the Orisa is with the BAP, right? So you're constantly having these different crossfires. However, since we do have the Echo, I'm fine with this being a little bit closer like this. If we subbed out the Echo for, I don't know, Torb, Hanzo, Widow, something else like that, then that's when we play more of the split. But since this comp, I'm actually fine with this. The strength of this comp is that we have one, shit ton of shields, but also we're going to be punishing their rotations every time they come through. So where we need to be punishing them on their rotations is at this first choke. If they go into this right room, we hit them right here with pull, dynamite, stickies, rock, etc. They come through here, we try to punish them as we can, right? Next place we try to punish them is over through here. That could just be, at this point, the Echo or the Ashe, because our Ashe is playing up here, punishing them, and the bulk of our team that's going to be on this high ground can just poke out through here, right? Once they rotate through, We need to give them a little bit of space to come out so we actually can do some damage, but that's not a lot of space that I'm asking for. I'm just asking for maybe just like right here on this bridge, kind of, or right where the bridge and the platform connects. Again, on this side, it would be through those windows up there, or as soon as they come out through here.
Here it comes.
So we do get a great first pick.
Smoke 'em out of there.
Got nothing to say at the moment. This is standard. Okay. Use pull way too early just for something as simple as a tracer. Need to be saving it for the rotations every time. Burned his ass down real quick. This is good though. I like how they did this. So with a bunker comp like this, if let's say that they were running a Zarya instead of the Diva. If the monkey goes in with a bubble, the Sombra's up there pressuring out as well. And how it actually played out to be was that our Mercy flew straight for the team and left our Echo open. I'm just, calling this out because it was a good play in theory, which the Echo is now free against the Tracer. Because the rest of them are focused on the monkey and the Sombra that's poking them out on the high ground.
Moving up. Focus my target.
Good.
Flight routine activated.
With them being this far over here, I think, our off tank can come around this way and poke them out from over here
Hey there.
if they wanted to, or it doesn't matter, but either way. Just to give you a little bit more advantage on the stragglers.
Hey there.
I remember this point, this team was slow as shit when it comes to Volskaya. Okay, so we should know that they have nano and they're going to try for a nano engage. When this happens, we can either use Bob against the Winston to add another person to shoot at him, or we pop wings, basically. That's kind of countermeasures that we had used against that type of thing. Or we be more aggressive and we use our ults instead. So, like, if we wanted to, we could even meet them. Nah, maybe not meet them over there. I'd say stay where we are. If our Sig wanted to push forward and poke a little bit, that's fine. Try to get the pull off.
Winston.
Ooh, it's kind of an unlucky Bob, but he's at least covering point. It's a little messy.
Bombs nailed it.
Get the res off.
60 seconds.
We don't talk
remaining.
about that. No, those are hard shots to hit. Okay, a minute on the clock. We know they're coming up to quite a few ults. EVX, how you should be playing is if Brazel calls EMP, you need to be hiding. How I would prefer for you to play is going to be like right here. Yes, it is going to be a little bit away from the fight, but as soon as you see that TP, shoot over, or the Sombra unstealth, you just check behind the wall, you don't get EMP, you throw lamp out, right? I was watching your POV while on this map. You didn't do this, but that's how you should be playing this against an EMP. It doesn't matter if you're on BAP or if you're on Ana. If we know they have EMP, try to play out of LOS so you can still have your CDs when they come in.
30 seconds remaining.
Damn, this guy has some bad pulls. Late, we are really late on this on the window. I'm fine with where we windowed here. But as soon as like their head starts to, or at least I'd say like when the Winston starts walking through, that's when we should be popping it. But this was a little bit late. It does buy us time, separates their diva for a minute.
Apagando las luces.
Compute.
10 seconds remaining.
Das Universum singt vor mir!
Objective lost.
Okay.
New defense.
So,
mode.
big
Objective
mistakes for that fight was that one, we split off way too easily. We did get caught by the EMP instead of having lamp out for that, and the Matrix early on was kind of a problem. Not necessarily a problem, but it didn't get like the max amount of value it could have.
Going free.
Okay, so again, important part of this on this point is still the high ground. So where Rose is, where Eminence is, and kind of like right here. How we should be setting up here is I would prefer either the Orisa can play right here in this corner. So she still has some cover. She still can contest point, and her supports can see her well enough. While the Sig and Rose, if you want it to, you can play up here as well, or you can play back there. Either way. Where Kaori plays with Festive. We play on this high ground right here, be able to poke down from them if they push us. We kite back into this room, we keep kiting. We can either fall if we need to, or we kite around to here where our supports are. For the most part, Kaori is going to be up, or the Echo that we would have would be up in the sky, and Bap would sit back here on this high ground, or with the Orisa.
Taking off. Cease. Adaptive circuits engaged. Winston.
I think it's stupid that Dragons doesn't do damage to Bongo. Really should.
Feeling silent.
Do something!
Good Bob.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
DPS came up big.
Moving up. Executing flight maneuvers.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay, our Winston's up here alone is most likely gonna die.
Mobility increased.
I'm fine with this amp, buys us time.
Changing position. I might need this later. Apagando las luces.
Okay, EVX, you shouldn't have gotten caught by that. It was really fucked up because I think we did think that we had bashed her out of it, but I mean, it didn't.
30 seconds remaining.
Blade on the lamp. questions so far on that one? How we played it bad on second. Again, we got it was a great play by Brazel to get the stun off. We still got caught. Our BAP at least got caught by the lamp, which it was really close to not getting caught. I think he just peeked out after you heard that the brig had bashed. Other than that, I think our monkey was playing too far forward. We need to be with the team when we go in. Rose, I didn't like where you were positioned. You were sitting down here on the low ground instead. A better spot, again, would be up here or back here. I'd probably prefer over here, though. So basically what this area does right here, you have more LOS on this entire area, because you could, obviously, compared to back here where you only have a tiny bit. And besides, you do have a place where you can, fall back to if you need to get out of LOS of anything, and you need to, you just drop down to there. Yeah. Yeah, any questions? If you do, let me know.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle. Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
Gullible. It's written on the ceiling. Okay, just watch. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so again, importance with this comp is that we need to get our supports up to here, because that's our most vulnerable area of this comp. I don't like that our D.Va pushed forward here. D.Va should be sitting with our supports because their Tracer is just going to try to farm them, which he goes for instantly. Our ball is too far in, and we get punished for it. What a sleep. Okay, again, I don't know why D.Va's down there. Should be up with the support. We're on a bunch of different people right now. I do like our ball went on their back line. It distracted them long enough to get the picks on the others.
All systems checked out. Game on.
Objective lost.
That was good. Like I said, it comes down to the fact that our backline is important, so our off tank needs to be with them at least to get them set up initially. Once that, again, it all comes down to staging with these dives, right? We need to stage our supports so that they're in a good area so that they actually can contribute to the fight and not just be a bump on a log, right? So our D.Va escorts them through, then we can commit onto something with our DPS and our tanks while our supports sit back, throw some orbs out, and throw some brig packs out. So, coming on to this next part, I think a rotation I don't know about that. Yeah, I think a rotation that we could try to do would be to come through this way, and then either our supports can sit up here, or the rest of us will rotate through. Even our, full 6 of us can rotate through and control this high ground, something like that. I think we just come at them straight on, though. Hand smells like bleach. I got some on me at work. Great pick.
Apagando las luces.
Good play from them. It's kind of unlucky we didn't have Trank up it quite that fast. Because we even didn't get caught by hit. Which is unlucky, but it's fine. We go next. Coming up on 6. So now that EMP is out of the way, the what we're using Trank for would be, of course, for Grav. As for leading into this fight, again, once our supports are set up, then we can push on through there, going for a dive on our backline. Tyrell, I will show you a rollout that I usually do on ball for this map that I love to do. I usually go on the right side towards Mega, grapple onto this little bolt right here, from right there. You swing across, and you can fireball all the way through this, and then lead into a what I call a poop and scoop, where you hit them with the fireball. You can jump off the bridge and then slam back onto them to get the full 150 combo. 1 second. But we need to be hitting this area most likely because, of course, that's where the supports are. Unless we can get a good punish onto their monkey. I do think we open up with a pick here. Not entirely sure.
Apagando las luces.
That was not the best EMP.
Here you go. You need to tie that.
Good minefield, denies on the high ground, and sets some on point, and I'm assuming we cap after that. I'm gonna do a little bit of one-on-one. Let's see. EVX, if you want to put your mic back on, we can go through one of your maps. Actually, we'll probably just go through this one.
Defend objective A.
Alright. Alright, so yeah, okay.
For your own safety, get in the side of the barrier. Smoke them out. Lifting off. Enemy visually confirmed. Please move behind the barrier.
If you hear that tracer, you need to be calling out that she's below you or right next to you.
Bob's taking going free. Smoke them out of there.
Yeah, this is pretty boring at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. Yep. It's fine. I think she misses the hack on you, instead goes for Brazel.
How about a little extra here?
I don't think he needed the regen burst right there. But I mean, it's okay for now. It's fine. Don't worry about healing Kaori. He has a pocket.
All better. My ultimate is charging.
Hey there.
Once they look like they're about to dive and they're staging for it, you need to be backing up, not playing this close forward.
Enemies are orbit.
Okay, with them coming across like this to dive on you, I would back up into the room a little bit. But not so far that you're gonna trap yourself with like a Tracer or a Sombra that gets in there. So like right there. Right where you were standing, right there. Good lamp. Great timing. Again, I don't like you being that close to the monkey, but good, glad you stood still. Fine with the regen burst.
Guess it wasn't my time.
Okay, instead of doing this damage, I would try to be hitting the Echo. Ah, no, I'm fine with you actually doing the damage. He's fine.
My ultimate is ready.
Okay, so as I said before, with them having EMP,
Fully healed.
it's all good. When it comes to them having this EMP, we need to be playing safe and out of LOS so you don't get caught by it, and we can use Lamp to defend against dive. But first, you can place this Amp Matrix here when they try to go for a rotation, because most likely, if they go for a straight up dive onto us, most likely their monkey's going to get pressured out so much, especially since they used Nano last fight, that he's just going to get blown up instantly, right? So at this first choke, you can sit up here, use your amp. Once you use your amp, that's when I would back up, because we know that EMP is coming. That's going to be their engagement tool, since they used Nano the previous fight. So I already told you where you should be playing, so you don't get hit by this. Yeah, okay, right, okay. You did it a little bit too late there. I'm gonna go back and show you it again. In a second. I missed it. I need to wash my hands again. This smells way too much like bleach. Right there, right there. As soon as you open that up, that's when you need to be doing it. That's because you would have caught the supports if you did it then instead of just the diva right here. Okay, so you need to back, you need to back, you need to back. Late. Way too late on you backing up. Good attempt with the shot. Good try with the lamp. Oh, we got hyped out of it. That's a big hit. Okay. Alright, let's get through all this.
Amplification matrix charging. You're fully healed.
You shouldn't even have been down here to begin with. I would have stuck on that high ground or right here where you originally were shooting at your Orisa, so shooting him from there. But most likely I would have preferred you to be on the high ground instead. Because if you're on that high ground, playing right here, you're going to be next to your Ashe, and you can also see your Orisa from right here. Whoa.
All better. My turn.
Eyes on the bad guys.
My ultimate is charging.
Unlucky with the shots. I feel like that's like just saying that is just the nicest way to say get good with your shots.
Got you good as new.
Okay, with them playing, okay, they don't have the Hanzo anymore. Never mind. I was gonna say with them playing a Hanzo, don't play this far out, but they dropped the Hanzo, so never mind.
Let them out. You're fully healed. How about a little...
You didn't need that regen burst, especially since you had amp up, and I don't even think it would have hit him. Right there. We heard that the stun went off and you had peeked. When if you didn't, we probably would have survived this. Laid on the lamp. Yeah. But it was good that you did hide from that. We just have to be a little bit more safe next time when it comes to peeking out.
Ready for battle.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
Ready.
New defense point.
Well, if it's not working for you, I mean, you can keep trying to refresh and keep going, but if not, as long as you can watch it later, that's fine. Good kill. So unlucky that you were that close to Trank, but it happens. For who you keep your orb on, for the most part, I would say you want to keep it on your DPS. You know, it's definitely going to help them be much more aggressive. Compared to if you are on Ana, then you would be primarily focusing the tanks, and Brig would be focusing DPS. But with how it is switched, Brig is the bulk of the heals for the tanks. Good try. If we're waiting right now, you could be charging a volley and looking straight down main, trying to send something through.
EMP activated.
Damn, there's time for charge. Okay, well that's all this of this one. We can try to go over another one real quick. Was that yesterday or Thursday? No, because we didn't play. We didn't do Rialto on Tuesday. That would have been Thursday. Let's see, Route 66. Maybe played for this one. I guess we'll see.
Traveling to Route 66.
If not, it might have been Hollywood. Yep. Okay, you did. Where the okay. Bump. Okay, again, you want to. Yep, good. Keeping your orb on your DPS. So actually, I'm gonna recap on BAP real quick. So big things for BAP was regen burst usage. Quite a few times it got no value at all. You want to be making sure that your big CDs are getting that big value. So make sure that when you're using it, it's for a purpose. So like when that monkey came in on first point defense when he had the nano, when he used regen burst there, perfectly fine. But using regen burst when our monkey jumped back and you used it, not good. And also EMP, I guess EMP relations. I guess between the two of you, you need to be making sure that you're hiding for EMP so you can at least get drone out. And amp usage is a bit weird. You want to be making sure that when you're using it, it's either forcing them to commit or it's sorry, let me rephrase that. It's either forcing them to commit into a bad situation with you, or you're getting picks out of it, right? So make sure that that's how it should be used. If you're using it and it just buys you like 10 seconds off the clock or something like that, that's fine. That gives us more time to set up, space, etc., right? So that's the big things with Bat. For Zen, we didn't really see much of it, so we'll talk about it on this one. Actually, I think he switched not too long after this. Good shots. Nope, just keep throwing those bitches down, straight down the mid. Yeah, not your fault that you died here. It's honestly kind of Brazel's that you died. But it happened.
The outcome is not preordained.
Winston report.
Changing position.
Yep, too late on the swap. Just make do with this for now. Good, keeping the Discord on him. As for orbs, I'm fine with you keeping it on Artisa for now.
My ultimate is ready. Proceed without fear.
For the most part, you want to keep it on your DPS, like I said. As much as you can, keep that Discord orb on the monkey. That's going to give him hell, especially if he's getting poked out by the Echo or Kree. I don't know why you didn't trank here. You definitely needed to. And if you trank, we probably win this fight. Sorry, let me rephrase that. If you trank here, we probably win this fight convincingly.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
And you are switching anyway, so would have been better to use it, you know. Good spot, good heals. Good heals.
You're going to live.
I don't know why you're not using nade here. Made it too late. Sleep. Yeah. A little bit stingy on your nades. From what I've seen, I remember watching you on this map, and you were quite stingy with them.
This is much better to command.
Sleeps. Some of them just feel like you're throwing them out to throw them out. I did like the one that you had on the Doom. That one was fine, but the one you had on the Zarya a little bit earlier didn't really amount to much. You know, you want to try to be, again, Ana is very cooldown based, so you want to be making sure whenever you're using your abilities, that you're using them in the most impactful way that you can. You know.
Enemy radar contact.
Good. I do like that you're checking your surroundings. Keep up with that. If that's, you know, if everyone's healed up and that's in between shots, you know, you're looking around like this for like Sombra or something. Unlucky that you missed the nade. Late on the nano here. Clusterfuck, we got lost. Yeah, okay, yeah, you definitely should have naded that. That was good. I'm glad you naded it.
Hi. Hello.
Take your medicine.
Don't want to lose the high ground.
I will keep you here.
Apagando las luces.
Right there. No, go walk up to the diva, nade yourself, nade the ground. Make sure it hits both of you, keep going from there. Good nade.
I'm on fire.
My ultimate is done.
Bad guys. Heads up. Need a duck.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine. My
Again,
ultimate is
recontrol high
almost
ground,
ready.
don't just stand down here.
Take your medicine.
Because from here, you're not going to be able to hit any kind of antis to follow up with your monkey's nano. Nano right now. Nano, 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 nano. I have no clue why you jumped off of the diva to heal our tracer. You needed to heal our diva at the point. Just talking at least focus fire for that instance.
My ultimate is ready. Get in there and I will boost you.
Late on the nano, you should have given it to him earlier when he jumped.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Instead of right here. Because he's not going to get any of the big splash damage. Good nade though.
You're right.
Again, you could be doing all of this and more if you were to play from that high ground instead. I don't like that you jump forward for this. Still, it puts you in a bad spot. You die here. Yep. See, they punish you pretty hard for not being, you know, further back and on the high ground. That truck spot is perfect for Ana just because one, it gives you a great vantage to actually nade either offensively or defensively, and it gives you sightline onto the enemy as well as your team for where we're going to be engaging. Unlucky that they got the bubble instead of hitting a nade on them.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Unlucky you missed the nade. You want to be staying close to cart here in case they go for the C9s. Which, never mind, they don't have anyone to go for it. Good nade.
Get here.
30 seconds remaining.
You're going to live.
Ultimate is charging.
Nano boost almost ready.
Ultimate's ready.
Get back in the fight.
10 seconds remaining.
Again, you don't need to be sitting down here, you're just putting yourself in a worse position, and it kind of caps us on how far forward we can actually play. If you play on that truck, then we can actually go in deep with a good dive before they even get to cart, because you'll be able to see them and they have LOS, right? So you'll constantly be able to see our team, constantly be able to heal them, instead of you playing down here where we're just looking to take a fight on cart, which I would say puts us more of at a disadvantage or equals the playing ground with them because they're just looking to get a touch on the cart. So you're not utilizing the high ground enough.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Good assist. Alright. Any questions so far?
Never spread fight over what you believe
Comments?
in.
Nothing? Like, if you have any justification for any of this, please just let me know, like, what's going through your head.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
So, I think... Right, and I think nanoing a monkey when he goes in it's important. You know, you can do it later when he jumps in, but it's not as long as you're holding it back for. You're holding it back for the entire duration of his big combo, right? His big combo is his leap, melee, plus his Tesla, right? You're missing that first initial jump in with the splash damage plus the melee. You're missing all of that nano damage by throwing it on him later than that. You know what I mean? Nano, you're trying to get these picks fast and you're trying to put a lot of pressure down onto them. You nanoing him before that is going to put that pressure on, you know? Yes, there is a possibility he'll get slept, he'll get bashed, he'll get whatever the fuck, you know? He'll get CC'd out of his mind. It's a main tank experience, but it's our job to at least get, put him in a position to be able to get that burst damage with the combo, as well as following up with him, that if he does get put through the main tank ringer, then we can help bail him out with that, right?
Alright, game face on.
Okay.
Ready for battle.
Waiting. Hopefully. Oh, still waiting.
Attackers incoming.
Okay. Grenade up there, by the way. Once they play up there and we call that they're up there.
You're covered. Get back.
Someone needs to get the payload moving.
So you and your brig should be going on the top of this tunnel. They don't have anyone that's really going to pressure you out. And again, it gives you great advantage over the entire team. AKA, you would have been able to hit a fat fucking Annie if you go up those stairs. Good attempt on the sleep. Okay, something that you need to do differently is you need to switch back and forth between damage and support. Honestly, it happens to a lot of Annas where you're consistently just healing instead of, or you're consistently DPSing instead of healing. But if you kind of flick back and forth between the two, you should, it'll provide you a lot more, not resource, give you a lot more value. By the way, I hated this the entire time. You should not have sat on card this long. You needed to be taking this high ground up here.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Which, I mean, eventually you do, but it's... Don't worry about getting too on card unless it's, for a specific reason. But just sitting in there like that, you could have your break on it.
You're powered up. Get in there.
You shouldn't have dropped for that. Well, if you're gonna drop for that, make sure you hit that sleep.
You're covered.
Enemy radar contact.
I have your back. Nano boost is charged.
I don't like you sitting on cards this much. You should be trying to take a better advantage. Better vantage point. And even if that means, telling your diva, telling your whoever to sit on cart instead of you, then that's perfectly fine. So like right now, you should be trying to take that top left of the saloon.
My ultimate is ready.
Good, you do. Stop worrying about the monkey right now. I was gonna say you had a bunch of shattered people.
Get in there.
Yeah, as soon as you hear that meteor strike, most likely he's gonna look for you and find you. So definitely, I would drop off of a position like that, or get right on the edge so that when you see that he's about to land, you just walk off the edge real quick.
Anyways.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I think there's hits too. Oh, not this.
Cloning module charged.
Family.
Ahorita regreso. See you later.
I have your back.
Could have done that a little bit earlier instead of going for like an enhancement instead. I could be just misremembering that.
Just scratch, you'll be fine.
Fine. Rolling this.
Cloning module charging.
Again, taking high ground, not being on card.
I will shield you.
Yep, just leave your brig there, man. You'll be fine.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Help me. Routine activated. You're going to be okay. We need to keep the payload moving. My ultimate is almost ready.
Apagando la transmission initiated.
Good nade.
Never. You're going to be okay. My
At this point, I could even pop a nano onto someone.
You're powered down. Get in there.
That was a good nano. Good nade. You don't need to be on cart here. Yeah, same thing. You don't need to be on cart there. So, big problems with Ana. Again, we already talked about nano when it comes to nanoing somebody. Try him, at least for a monkey. Make sure it's on him so he can get the full range of damage for that combo. Nades, again, I think you were being a bit stingy with. There's quite a few times where you had some fat offensive nades that you could have been using there. Sleeps, again, like I said, make sure every sleep is used with in mind of what can get the best value out of this, or what you need to get the best value out of this. So if we know that, let's say they have a dive with a Doom, every time that Doom comes in, you're saving your sleep specifically for him, right? And overall positioning, you need to be making sure you're taking priority of high ground. You know, that's the biggest thing with Ana. You do not constantly need to be on the cart. You can tell your team to sit on cart instead, so you can get a better position. And making sure it's the correct position to put your team in, have it to at least have a good LOS with you, so you can constantly see them the entire time. Other than that, I think we're good. Any questions? Okay. Yeah. But other than that, I might do a one-on-one with somebody else. If not, then I might just get off anyway. But yeah, you're free to go if you want. If not, you can stick around. Up to you. Yep, later. Yeah, we're just gonna call it, I think.